I am not going to speak long. All I want to do is say this. This is one of the most memorable days of my life. And the reason is because not only have I obtained the support and endorsement of Edward Kennedy, one of the greatest senators in the history of this country, and one of the greatest public servants in the history of this country. Not only am I moved by the support of Caroline Kennedy, who's been such a force for good, with Congressman Patrick Kennedy, who has been just an outstanding leader in the House of Representatives on so many important issues. But also because I was reminded of why I got into public service in the first place. You know, there was a time in this country when a call went out to the next generation. And, you know, that was before I was old enough to hear the words directly, but Ted's brother, Bobby Kennedy, spoke about ripples of hope. He spoke about how sometimes you send a pebble into a pond and those ripples, you don't know where they're going to go. And the Kennedy family have caused so many ripples of hope that even if you were too young to remember that day that John F. Kennedy delivered his famous inaugural, even if you're too young to remember or weren't even born when Bobby Kennedy was running a campaign that lit up the entire country, you still have felt those ripples in the young people and older people who were inspired and went out to do great things all across the country. And what happened here today extends beyond just my candidacy, because hopefully some of you have been touched by his words. You'll now go out and do things, and you will cause your own ripples of hope all across the country and all across the world. And that is what public service should be about. Not just standing on high and governing those who put you in office, but rather inspiring people in every walk of life to understand that they too can make a difference, that they too can shape not just their own destiny, but the destiny of the country. So that's the inspiring part. Now the practical part about it is we're going to win this election. Because you know, we don't want to just talk about the outrage of 47 million people without health insurance. We want to do something about it, and we are going to do it when I am President of the United States of America. Working with Patrick Kennedy in the House, we are going to make sure everybody has health care. We are going to make sure that we have comprehensive immigration reform in this country. We don't want two classes of people in this country. We don't want folks in the shadows. We want everybody to have opportunity. When I'm President of the United States, we are going to once again restore good jobs and good wages and good benefits to working Americans. And we are going to make sure that every child in America has the best education we have to offer from the day they are born to the day they graduate from college. And we are going to have a foreign policy that says America's back, and we are ready to lead. And we will lead militarily, but we are also going to lead diplomatically. We're going to lead by bringing this war in Iraq to an end. We are going to threats like climate change. We will lead by helping countries build schools and deal with HIV/AIDS. We will lead in making sure that we put an end to the genocide in Darfur. We will lead by closing Guantanamo and restoring habeas corpus. We're not a nation that ships people off to be tortured in other countries. That's not who we are. But let me just close by saying this. I can't do it by myself. It's nice to have Ted Kennedy in your court. There's nobody else I'd rather have in my foxhole. But I'll tell you what, change in America does not happen from the top down. It happens from the bottom up. That's been the Kennedy legacy. To understand that each of us have obligations to this country. Each of us have responsibilities. And you who are young in particular, young in age or young in heart, understand that this election ultimately is going to be about you. How bad you want change, how much you are willing to hope, how much you are willing to imagine and then fight for and then work for what did not seem possible before. This is our moment, this is our time, and if you will stand with me the way Ted Kennedy has stood with me, I guarantee you we will not just win an election, we will transform this country, we will transform the world.